Hello, everyone, and welcome to BodyBags. I'll be your reviewer for today. I'm Lonnie from Tats, and I just wanted to issue a quick apology. Things didn't exactly go the way I wanted them to. Today, actually, I was supposed to review the movie The Boogeyman is Coming to Get You with Boris Karloff, but just things didn't exactly work out the way I had hoped. And to be truthfully honest with you, I didn't get a chance to get around to watching it and critique it and stuff. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to offer a substitute. I hope you don't mind. And I definitely hope this is something nobody's ever done before. But what I'm going to review today is an episode from the 2006 limited series event, Nightmares and Dreamscapes from the stories of Stephen King. And the story that I'm talking about is called Battleground. And it's, stars the late, great William Hurt, and who actually turned out was, he was a big Stephen King fan, and he even read a number of King's books like Heart in Atlantis, and he also read, a number of King's short stories on audiobook and everything, and he was a fan, and he wanted to be in a Stephen King story. So the he's pretty much the main character in the story, and then it is an hour long episode, and it's directed by Brian Henson, the son of the late great Jim Henson. And the teleplay was done by Richard Christian Matheson, the son of the late great Richard Matheson. So yeah, a lot of late greats in this. But the story is pretty fun. Um, there is quite a bit. You're definitely gonna have to do some suspension of disbelief in this, but if you can do that, this episode is actually a lot of fun to watch, and it's very entertaining. The story opens up with Jason Renshaw, who is played by William Hurt. Turns out is a hitman, and he's hired to take out this hit on the owner of a toy company. And so he goes, and he breaks into this toy, this owner of this toy factory. He breaks into the guy's office, and he kills him, and he's able to, and he takes like a little trophy. It's like a little figurine, and he takes it and he slips out. And the one thing that's really interesting about this is like William Hurt gives an entirely silent performance. He never, he may grunt or he may let out like a yell or something like that, but he never says a word. And personally, I thought that that was amazing. I thought that it's like, it really is almost like watching an amazing silent, film. But he doesn't say a word, doesn't, anything like that. So he's on the plane, he's, made sure he's got his money, for doing the deed and all this. And at one point, like a woman is asking him for a piece of gum, and he gives her one, and she notices the figurine, and so he gets home, and he gets into his basically like his penthouse apartment, uh, and he goes to put the figurine. He's got like this glass case. It's like a trophy case with all the, like you see he takes little trophies from people that he has killed. And at one point, if you look and catch it, it's like it's really really fun. There's actually the Zuni fetish doll. There is a quick little shot. You got to be quick, but you can see it. The Zuni fetish doll from Trilogy of Terror that Richard Christian Matheson's father, Richard Matheson, wrote and starred Karen Black back in the day. And then they even did a sequel to it with Lizette Anthony, and they did another story with, the Zuni fetish doll. So anyway, but like I said, yeah, it's really quick, but it's in there. If you take a, you keep your eyes sharp, you can see it. And so Jason, he's tired and everything. He lays down, he falls asleep, he wakes up. There's a knock at the door, and he goes and he sees that the lady at the front desk of his apartment building has delivered a package to his door. He has no idea what it is, so he's very careful about it. Of course, someone who makes his living as a hitman, he's very very suspicious, and he's make sure he's very very careful about how he's going to open it. And then he opens it up and he realizes it's pretty much like a little Foot Locker, and the whole thing is filled with the green little plastic men, that we've all seen. In that's the only bad part. There's no picture on here where I could show you. It's all pictures of William Hurt. But it's the little green plastic army men that so many of us have ever played with, as kids and everything. You got the little plastic, kind of like little plastic tray for the feet and everything else. And so but it turns out that it's delivered from the toy company that he just got back from, where he assassinated the man who ran the toy company. So he's not thinking much about it. He's just, okay, that's kind of suspicious. And he goes off. He's snacking on some almonds and he gets himself a Coca-Cola. And then, something weird happens. He hears a noise and he comes back and he sees that the Foot Locker's been tipped over and a lot of the army soldiers are gone. And then all hell breaks loose. He starts, like, next thing you know, they're, attacking him. They're sending little, and this thing comes with like, little tanks, little helicopters, all this kind of stuff. Like all the stuff you play with as kids when you're playing with little green army men, it's all in there. And, it's like, and it's amazing. It really is almost like a spectacle. And of course, the whole thing is the little plastic army men, they're there to get revenge on Renshaw because he killed, basically their father. And so, now it becomes a story of him trying to fight them off. And it just gets more and more. Just when you think it can't go any further, it goes further. And honestly, it's an amazing episode. I definitely highly recommend it. It is very, very faithful for the most part to King's short story. And it is a hoot. It just, not the scariest thing, from one of Stephen King's stories, but just like I said, it's just so much fun and it's entertaining to watch. And like I said, if you like William Hurt, he gives a great performance. And like I said, it's amazing when you consider it's an entirely silent performance. And it's just, it's a good time. And I can't recommend this enough. There's not much more I could talk about on here, but just yeah. So I would definitely say, and honestly, just this series pretty much overall, like any series, it's going to have hits and misses, but I would definitely recommend it. At least this episode. So I'll wait for the others. I may, at some point, I may need to have to come along and have to do this if something again happens where I can't get around to watching a movie I intended to review and I got to go for something else. So anyway, so that's it. So if anybody took the time to watch this, I thank you for doing it. I appreciate you for doing it. Again, I apologize I couldn't do the movie that I was going to try to get to today, but hopefully I'll get around to it soon enough. But if anybody took the time to watch this, I thank you for doing it. I appreciate you for doing it. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, could you please leave it a like? And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to the BodyBags channel. We have a different reviewer, one for every day of the week. I am the Saturday reviewer. I'm so happy to be a part of this group. I know I say it every week, but it doesn't matter. I'll say it again anyway. I'm so happy to be a part of this group. I'm happy to be here. And, I hope, there's still going to be a lot more fun for, a long time to come. So that's it, everybody. Take care. Have a good night, and I'll see you later.